Está temblando, está temblando. Dios mío, no, Dani.
On the evening of June 24th, 2026, Venezuela was struck by one of the most catastrophic seismic events in its modern history. Two powerful earthquakes, separated by just 40 seconds, unleashed destruction across the country's northern region, collapsing buildings in the capital Caracas and triggering fears of mass casualties on a scale rarely seen in South America. The first earthquake, registering a magnitude of 7.2, struck at approximately 6:04 in the evening local time, with its epicenter located near San Felipe, the capital of Yaracuy State, roughly 160 kilometers west of Caracas.
Se cayó. Hay gente ahí.
Cayó la puerta, tengo la boca seca. Mira.
The tremor originated at a depth of nearly 22 kilometers, sending violent shaking radiating outward across densely populated cities and towns. Before residents could fully grasp what was happening, a second and even more powerful quake struck, magnitude 7.5, centered just southeast of the town of Umar, also in Yaracuy State, at a shallower depth of only 10 kilometers. The main shock has been described as the largest earthquake ever recorded in Venezuela, and the strongest the country has experienced in more than 125 years. The timing made the disaster all the more devastating. Wednesday was a public holiday in Venezuela, commemorating a decisive military victory in 1821 that secured the country's independence from Spain. Millions of people were at home, gathered with their families or out at public events, when the ground beneath them began to shake. In Caracas alone, residents described a scene of pure chaos. Buildings swayed violently from side to side. Walls cracked and gave way. Dust columns rose above neighborhoods where restaurants and businesses were still busy from the holiday afternoon. People ran into the streets, many of them barefoot, clutching children and pets, staring in disbelief as entire building facades crumbled before their eyes, exposing the interiors of apartments and offices to the open air.
Mira el edificio mío.
Son las 8 p.m. aquí, Avenida Los Próceres de San Bernardino.
Emergency responders mobilized immediately across the country. In the municipality of Chacao in eastern Caracas, more than 500 personnel were deployed to conduct search and rescue operations. Gas supplies were shut off as a precaution across multiple districts.
地震です。
Large sections of the capital lost both electrical power and cell phone signal, cutting off communication for thousands of families, including many of the more than 7.5 million Venezuelans who had emigrated abroad during years of economic crisis, desperately trying to reach their relatives back home.
Colapsado, hay, bueno, bomberos.
The neighborhoods of Los Palos Grandes and Altamira in Caracas were identified by Interior Minister Diosdado Cabello as among the worst affected areas, with what he called alarming situations of collapsed homes and buildings. In one unspecified area of southeastern Caracas, reports indicated that nearly all high-rise structures in the vicinity were either heavily damaged or had completely collapsed. A bank building in the capital also came down. Emergency vehicles